Hello students, today I'm going to discuss about a very important lesson on grammar, which is determiners. In the list of the parts of speech, determiners has a very important place. Students, you may be knowing about determiners because you might have read it in the previous classes. Still, it is a very important lesson in your syllabus, and you get questions from determiners in your half yearly as well as the annual exam. Students, first of all, let us try to understand what do we mean by determiners. Determiners are words that determine nouns, I should say. Now, what is determine? Tells us, it indicates something about the noun. Indications such as like in what sense the noun is used. And always remember one very important thing. How do you identify that particular word is a determiner in a sentence? The indication is very clear. Determiners are always used before a noun in the sentence. They are used before a noun in the sentence. Suppose if I say, the man whom I met yesterday is my friend. Now, can you tell me which is the determiner here? The man. So the is the determiner. Man is the noun. He gave me a 1 rupee note. 1 rupee note. A 1 rupee note. So A is the determiner there. And when we talk about determiners, we should start with the articles first, because articles are also a part of determiners. They are like, you can say, sub-determiners. So I'm going to discuss the very common determiners which are often used and which often leads into confusion. Sometimes the students are confused with the use of even the simple determiners, and their article plays a very important role, and I know there are students who struggle with the use of articles as well. So this video is going to help all the students. For those students who have confusion, it will clear the confusion, and for those students who know it, it will just be a sort of revision. So before I proceed, it's my request that you watch the video very carefully till the end, so that whatever I have discussed becomes clear and it will help you during your examination. Students, I'll start the discussion with determiners. Articles. So we have 3 articles, as you know: a, an, and the. So these are 3 articles. A and an are indefinite articles. Both these articles are used to indicate a singular noun. A or an, it means one. The is a definite article. When you want to mention a particular noun, then the will be used. So we'll be talking about the later on. Now let us come to a and an. So how do you know where you have to use a or where you have to use an? In order to use a, you have to see the sound of the consonant. The sound which starts that particular noun. If it starts with a consonant sound, be very careful. It's not starts with a consonant, but it starts with a consonant sound. If it starts with a consonant sound, then only we can use a. For example, a pen, a book, a table. So here in these words which I have read out, the noun begins with a consonant sound. Sometimes what happens, if I say if it begins with a consonant, you can use it. I will be wrong because some of the words like honest, spelling is Honest, but we do not pronounce H and it becomes honest. So I cannot use A there. So the thing to remember is it should begin with a consonant sound. Now let us come to the use of an. An is used when the noun begins with a vowel sound. A vowel sound. Not a vowel, but a vowel sound. Otherwise you will be in problems. An orange. O. Orange. Vowel sound. An umbrella. A sound. Vowel sound. But there may be some words which may confuse you. It may begin with a vowel, but the sound may not be a vowel sound. For example, one. You may think O is a vowel, and why it's not treated as vowel sound? Because when you pronounce it, there is no vowel sound. W sound. W sound is not a vowel sound. One. Similarly, U sound. U is a vowel, but U sound is not a vowel sound. U sound is not a vowel sound. University, uniform, European, 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 but there is no E sound, there is U sound, European. So in those situations you need to be very careful. First you identify whether the sound is a vowel sound or a consonant sound. So I hope A and an are clear. Once again I repeat, both A and an are used to talk about what? Singular nouns. Now let me come to the use of the. As I told you, the is used to talk about a particular noun. For example, if I say this is a school, I may mean any school, okay? If I say this is a school, one school I'm talking about, any school. But if I say this is the school where I read, means I'm not just talking commonly about any school, I'm talking about a particular school where I read. He is the same man whom I met yesterday. So the can be used because particularly I'm talking about that person. Now there are some more rules where the is used, and I'm going to discuss that. I want you to listen very nicely. If needed, I'll make another video on some more determiners which I have to discuss. But let me make the use of articles very clear to you. Now the has some more uses. See, the is used with certain nouns, okay, where it's must to use the. For example, I'll tell you, for example, when we use the, we use the to talk about certain things, like when we talk about the names of newspapers, all the popular newspapers, the is used at the beginning. The Indian Express, the Assam Tribune, the Telegraph, okay. The is used before the names of rivers, seas, oceans, heavenly bodies, the earth, the sky, the moon, the sun. The is used before the names of the trains, the Rajdhani, the Shatabdi. Okay. The is also used with the name of plural places. Usually we avoid using the with the names of places. But if it is plural, like United States of America, you can use the. UAE, United Arab Emirates, the UK, plural name. Plural names of islands, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, will use the. But don't use the with singular names of places. Don't say the Badarpur or the Karimganj. Never use the with the name of, with a proper noun, name of a particular person. You can't use the. If John is a person, the John will be wrong. Yes, it can be used with the surnames, family surname in plural. For example, if someone has the name of Sharma, and if it is indicated Sharmas, then the Sharmas are our neighbors. It can be used in that way. Suppose you are writing a story. In the first line you wrote, once upon a time there was a king. And when you are talking about same king in the second line, you need to use the king was very generous. King was very honest. He was very helpful. So the king. I hope now it will be clear regarding the use of the. So a and the articles which I was talking about. Now let us come to the use of some more common determiners. And those determiners are, you see, we have countable nouns and we also have uncountable nouns. Yeah, certain determiners which can be used with only countable nouns and some only with uncountable nouns. There are also some determiners which can be used with both countable as well as uncountable nouns. Students, I am going to talk about a determiner few. Few is used to indicate a very less amount with countable nouns. We use it with countable nouns, and with uncountables we use little. Now it may lead to confusion. We have determiners such as few, a few, the few. We also have a determiner for uncountable nouns, little, a little, the little. Now you may be confused at times as where to use few, where to use a few, where to use the few. So here I am going to discuss that as well. So few, if you just use the word few, it has a, let me tell you, it has a negative meaning. It means almost none or hardly any. If I say I have few friends in this place, what I intend to say, maybe I have no friends or I hardly have any friend in this town. Similarly, when you talk about a few, it means some, one or two. I have a few friends. I might have one or two friends. And when you use the few, you are already, you are certain that the person is talking about just one or two. The few friends he has are very good. It means you already know that the person has got one or two friends and you are talking about those friends. Similarly, for uncountable nouns, we use little, a little, the little. So little has same thing, negative meaning, none or hardly any. And a few means it is there but amount is less. And the few, the little, you already know it's there. Something is there even though it's less in quantity, and you are talking about that. For example, there is little hope of his recovery. It's very less chances. Chances are there that he may not recover. But if you say like, I am a little tired, that means you are tired, not much, but little. And if you say, the little hope I had is gone. I had a little hope and now that hope is gone. That means I had something, some hope was there, though it was less. Another example I'll give you to make it clear. If I say, there is little water in the bucket, I may mean to say that there is hardly water. Or, there is no water. But if I say there is a little water in the bucket, it means though it is less, though it has less quantity, we are talking about that less quantity of water there. The little water in the bucket is dirty. It means I know that there is a little amount and I'm talking about that little quantity of water. So that was about the use of few, a few, the few, little, a little, the little. Now some more similar prepositions, just I won't discuss much. If needed, I'll make another video on some of the prepositions which is some of the determiners which are left out now. I'll talk about quickly about much, many. If we have to talk about a large amount or a large quantity, if it is countable, we can say many, and if it is uncountable, you have to say much. In brief, much is used with uncountable nouns and many is used with countable nouns. Now, if I give an example, much work is yet to be done. Work, uncountable. Many plates were broken, countable. Okay. He has, now tell me one thing, he has much money or he has many money? The right answer is he has much money, because money is treated as uncountable. Then we have another one, any, which is used usually in a negative sense. For example, I did not meet any of his friends. Okay, I can use any. And if the sentence is supposed to be affirmative, then in place of any, I have to use some. Some people are honest in a positive sense. Another confusing determiners are each and every, very confusing. Now let me differentiate that. We use each when the number you are talking about is limited, and we use every when the number is unlimited. For example, each of them is to be blamed for the accident. Means at that accident site, maybe we are talking about a limited number who are to be blamed. There is a very limited number. But if I say every Indian should love his country, then I'm talking about a larger limit. So there we can use every. So students, today I will discuss about only these determiners. I hope you have understood. You can always watch the video whenever you forget something. You can save the video, and right after watching this video, if you still feel that you have some confusions, you can always discuss that with me. I'll help you out in getting your confusions cleared. Thank you for watching this video.